November 2024 is going to be one of those months that we look back on years from now and think, holy cow, I cannot believe that happened. That was freaking intense, okay? And I'm sure you guys are already feeling it. There's so much pressure that's building up to this time. These are monumental times, guys. These are the times that are going to be written about in history books, and the astrology reflects it so perfectly. So we're going to get into all of that. We're going to talk about the transits. I'm going to let you know how it affects your zodiac sign personally. And if you're new here, my name is Bella. I use tropical Western astrology and the whole sign house system to interpret the stars and the movement of the planets to help you on your spiritual journey. So if you like what I have to say, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit that bell notification to stay updated every time I post. And if you love astrology, I also have an astrology app available in the App Store and on Google Play called Astro Bella. And it's got a lot of new, exciting features on it. Now there is a chat where you can go in and actually let the chat know how you're feeling that day and ask it why. And it will literally list out for you the current transits that you are going through and give you advice and an explanation on why you're feeling the way you're feeling based on the planet, so that you can gain a lot of insight from that. And also, we just added a new tarot card feature where you can pick a tarot card for every single day, which is really fun and exciting. And apart from that, there's just your birth chart on there and the description of all your planetary positions, your yearly horoscope, a transit calendar, so you can know what's going on every day of the month. So definitely check that out if you love astrology. You can learn a lot about yourself and the energy that's going on in the world. And yeah, let's dive right in, because this month is going to be one that brings about massive changes, and it's going to bring up some very intense emotions, and actual events can be triggered this month that change the course of humanity. So it's a lot. And if you are a very sensitive or intuitive person, you're probably feeling the tension in the air. You're probably feeling how people are very emotional, triggered, sensitive, fearful, anxious. All of these feelings are being experienced right now, because I think a lot of us empathic and intuitive people can feel that massive changes are coming. And this is just the beginning of it. Don't even get me started about 2025, because 2025 is going to bring about the biggest changes that we've seen since probably 2020. So many of the outer planets are moving into new signs next year that it's going to be a whole different landscape. It's going to be a whole different territory that we're embarking upon. And it's very, very exciting if you love change. And this is kind of the catalyst to all that, November, okay? This is kind of the breaking point. This is kind of a little bit of foreshadowing of what that energy is going to be like moving into 2025, 2026. The next few years are going to look very, very different. And November is going to reveal in what way. It's going to give us a little bit of a glimpse. It's going to give us a little bit of a preview. It's going to help us understand what's coming. Okay. So right off the bat, I mean, the first day of November is actually probably one of the best days, because we do have a very nice new moon in Scorpio at the beginning of November that is trining Saturn in Pisces. So that's going to be nice energy. So right off the bat, we can definitely set some very powerful intentions for ourselves that can have some long-term positive results, because Saturn brings longevity. Saturn brings results that are practical, that can help us in our day-to-day lives. But Saturn also requires a lot of work. So we're going to have to commit to these long-term goals, these long-term plans, these ambitions that we have at this time, and set some practical goals for ourselves and take some practical steps towards achieving these goals. So this is a very serious energy, but because it's a trine and it's a new moon, it's a new beginning, this could be a very beneficial new moon, because these planets are supporting one another. So that's That's a great energy to start off the month with. But as this new moon is happening, we have Mars, the planet of action and aggression, traversing through Cancer, where it's extremely uncomfortable, where it's extremely reactive, it's overwhelmed by its emotions, it's more protective of those that it loves. It's ready to lash out if it feels threatened in any way. And so with Mars being in Cancer, this hasn't been the easiest of energies, and it's been hard to control or understand our emotions and to understand the actions that we feel like taking, because a lot of the actions that we feel like taking right now are fueled by irrational emotions, by intense emotions, by suppressed emotions even as well. So Mars in Cancer is struggling a little bit, and it's almost out. On the 3rd, it's actually going to move into the sign of Leo, where it operates a little bit better. But right before Mars exits the sign, it's going to be hitting that 29-degree mark of Cancer. And as you know, Pluto, the planet of darkness and transformation, of death and rebirth, is still sitting at 29 degrees of Capricorn, okay? This is an anaretic degree. This is a critical point. This is a very potent degree in astrology. And Pluto is at the final degree of Capricorn for the last time in our lifetimes. And it's doing its work there to expose darkness, to destroy systems that are no longer working, to expose the powerful people that have been abusing their power. Pluto is working very hard, and whatever it has left to do in Capricorn, it's going to do in November, because it's also moving into Aquarius for 20 years in November. It's never going back into Capricorn in our lifetimes again. And with Mars being this aggressive planet in an uncomfortable territory, closing in on this opposition with Pluto, this is really building. This is high stakes. The intensity is going to be so high during this time, because oppositions, they're like a face-off between two planets. And with both of these planets representing so much energy and aggression and passion, this could be explosive, this could be volatile, this could be unpredictable, this could be dangerous, even this type of energy. And you know, we're already feeling it now, and we're going to be feeling it on the 1st, on the 2nd, on the 3rd. It's like a buildup, because it's going to be exact on the 3rd. And just a couple days later in the United States, we have the United States election. A lot of people are feeling very sensitive about this one. A lot of people have some very strong feelings in regards to this one, probably more so than many other elections in the past. There's a lot at stake here. And it goes really, really deep for a lot of people, what these two candidates represent and what potential futures they could bring about. And I think that everybody wants a better world. Everybody wants to live in a better world, but people have opposing perspectives on how to create that better world. So you can expect some power struggles, some confrontations, some aggressive behavior, some blow-ups, some upheavals. People are really feeling this one more than ever. There's just a lot riding on it. And with Mars being in Cancer during this time and opposing Pluto, it's kind of like this is the breaking point for everybody. And everything that all of our feelings and all of our emotions that we've been avoiding or running away from are just going to come to the surface and make people do crazy things. That's what it is. So it could be you. It might be people around you, people that are not as conscious of themselves, but it could even be you. Everybody is susceptible to this energy. So do your best to take extra good care of yourself during this time, to not allow outside forces to trigger you, and to breathe, to meditate, to do anything that soothes your soul at this time. Positive affirmations, bubble baths, just, anything that's soothing, anything that's calming, taking a nice walk outside, whatever it takes, okay? And try not to argue with people. We're all in the same boat. Everybody, like I said, everybody wants, I think that the majority of people want want a better world. Let's hope. And everyone just has an alternative perspective on how to get there. It doesn't mean somebody that disagrees with you is necessarily a bad person. It just means that they just see things differently than you do. And, you know, but at our core, we all really do want the same thing. So we need to remember that. Okay, we're all doing the best that we can possibly do here. And we shouldn't be given so much power, and we shouldn't be thinking that somebody's going to come in and just save us. Okay, whether it's this person or that person, nobody's going to be coming in to save us. That's not, especially not a politician. So this is the time when we need to wake up and realize that, okay, we need to save ourselves here. Okay, we need to help ourselves. That's what we need to do. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to take care of our emotions. We need to take care of our physical and mental health. There's no politician that's going to come in and like solve our problems. Like, let's be real. But anyways, this one is hitting pretty deep. Anyways, enough about my little rant. Okay, so on that day, Mars will be going into Leo, where it feels a lot better in Leo because Leo is a fire sign. It's more about taking action, so it'll be easier to take inspired action and act upon your passions, and it's definitely less emotional in Leo. I would know. I have Mars in Cancer, okay? So I've been feeling this my entire life, okay? But I've learned to deal with it. You know, there's always, with every aspect in astrology, with every harder aspect, there's the potential for growth and change, and there is the potential to actually master the thing that you once struggled with, okay? So if anger, with Mars in Cancer, one might not know how to deal with their anger in a healthy way, but through trials and tribulations and through having the negative impact of that aspect, you can really overcome it and you can become a master at your emotions. So these challenges are only making us stronger, and we need to be able to uphold that perspective if we want to, you know, live a life where we can continue to evolve and grow and become better every single day. That should be the goal. So yeah, I mean, Mars is going to be happier in Leo. It'll be easy for us to take action and see things through to the end. Leo's a fixed sign. It gets the job done. Okay, so that'll be good. But just remember, Mars is about to go retrograde in December. Okay, and that's also a little bit of challenging energy because Mars wants to move forward, not backwards. Okay, Mars doesn't want to slow down. So our energy levels will go down, and it's currently traversing through the degrees that it will be retrograding back over. So something that you initiate during this time when Mars enters Leo, or even now, because it will be going back into Cancer, you may have to revisit it next month. Okay, it could be something that you get excited about now, but there will be something about it that you need to reconsider later on. So keep that in mind moving forward. Another better, easier transit that's happening this month that I'm actually really looking forward to myself is Saturn is going direct on the 15th. And that's going to be kind of a relief for all of us because Saturn going retrograde, it's already teaching us hard lessons. Like Saturn has been teaching us hard lessons since it's been in Pisces. But with it being retrograde, it's like we've had to relearn those lessons, and they felt even heavier the second time around, especially if you're a mutable sign. You've probably been feeling it very extremely. Or even if you're a Capricorn rising or an Aquarius rising, if you're ruled by Saturn, you probably felt a little bit of heaviness. Mutable signs definitely felt the heaviness. So it's going to be a little bit lighter. Saturn's finally moving forward, so we can learn new lessons instead of having to repeat the old ones or repeat the old mistakes and relearn the lessons. Nobody wants to go through the hard lessons twice. But with Saturn being in retrograde, that was kind of what it felt like. But it'll be moving forward, so we can start progressing in certain areas of our lives, depending on where Pisces is in your chart. And on that very same day, we also have a full moon in Taurus, which is happening at 24 degrees. And this full moon is going to be conjunct Uranus and Algol. So Uranus is the planet of unpredictability and things happening completely out of the blue, unexpectedly. It's the planet of massive change and revolution, okay? And rebelliousness. So some unexpected, crazy, shocking things can happen during this time. And Algol is a fixed star, and it's known as the demon star. It's known as the Medusa. It's the star of beheading. It's dark. So this is definitely going to be intensifying the impact of whatever unpredictable and out of the blue change that comes into our lives. People are going to want to lash out during this time, and rebellion can break out, protests, people acting crazy and out of character again, but really just wanting to break free from limitation and to be our most authentic selves and to not feel limited by anything. People are going to be standing up for what they really believe in at this time. But it could be, again, this could be a violent time for sure. So be careful around the full moon. At least Saturn will be direct. But the full moon is looking to be intense, and it can bring some deep emotional revelations and sudden changes in our lives. So yeah, but at the same time, something can come into fruition that was initiated back six months ago. So think back, because we had a very beautiful Taurus new moon back in May, and that was some like really nice energy. It was very powerful for setting intentions. So if you set some intentions back in May, you could see the results now, but they might not be what you expected. They might throw you for a curveball, and it could be exciting. It really depends on who you are. If you like surprises, if you don't like surprises, then yeah, learn to like them because they're coming. And on the 19th, Pluto is going back into Aquarius, where it will stay for 20 years, and it is no longer going to retrograde back into Capricorn. So by November 19th, Pluto's work in Capricorn will be completely done for our lifetimes. This is huge. This is massive energy. And as you may remember, Capricorn represents power structures, those in power, those who are calling the shots and running the show, the rich, the powerful, the wealthy, those who are controlling things. Okay? Pluto is death and rebirth. It's destruction. Pluto destroys in order to rebuild something better. Okay? And when an outer planet crosses over to another sign, this can trigger some very intense and impactful events in the world. It could really destroy structures that are no longer working. It could really expose people who have abused their power. It could really change the game for all of us and bring about some huge revelations that make us look at the world differently and begin to do things differently as well. So whatever comes up during this time, it's going to change everything. It's going to change how we do things. It's going to inspire us to rebuild. It's going to inspire us to not worship certain people anymore and to look at people in power in a different way. And it's going to inspire us to give ourselves that power, to take our power back, and to stop thinking that these people that are so successful and powerful and influential are so much better than us, because they're about to be exposed. And we're going to realize that these people are not that great. And this is a time when we could really take back our power and realize, like, we could do a lot better. If we were the powerful ones, we could do something so much better. But you just never know. You never know, because you think, maybe these people, they started out with good intentions, but power has a way of corrupting people. It has a way of showing us our darkest parts. power, fame, money, influence, it can reveal a lot of darkness within people when you have access to those things. It makes you act in ways that you probably never expected. And a lot of these people that gain this power, they probably didn't know that they were going to do all these evil things, but it happens. And now they're being exposed, okay? And with Pluto moving into Aquarius, the power is coming back to the people, the masses, okay? The regular folk. So we're not going to be looking up to certain people anymore. They're all being exposed now. And these old structures are going to come crumbling down because they're not going to work anymore. And the work will be done in Capricorn. So what that looks like, I'm not 100% sure what that looks like, but I know that it's going to be a massive shift because we're going to see things differently. I mean, it just happened to me the other night. I was watching a documentary about Kundalini yoga and how this one Kundalini yoga teacher, I only saw the first episode, but it blew my mind because it was like, she was super charismatic, super confident. Everybody was looking up to her, listening to what she was saying, wanting to be like her. And she got super corrupt and started making all this money off of these people and taking advantage of their weaknesses and using her power and status to her advantage instead of like actually helping people. And it was mind-blowing for me because I've practiced Kundalini yoga for many years, and it just goes to show, you know, you got to be your own guru. And it's Pluto in Capricorn that's exposing people that have abused their power, but it's also Saturn in Pisces in regards to the spiritual world, because Saturn helps us get grounded and practical and real, and Pisces is all about spirituality. And so with Saturn in Pisces can actually show us the dark side of spirituality and how spirituality can actually take us away from living, how spirituality can help us, but how it can also harm us if it's taking us away from our responsibilities and our practical 3D physical life. And we need to learn how to create that balance. And people are being exposed. These types of spiritual leaders, gurus, people are starting to see them differently now and starting to question them. And it was mind-blowing because I didn't think that somebody that dressed in all white with the turban could ever do something like that. So it was very eye-opening for me. And we're going to have a lot of those eye-opening moments, and we're going to realize that this is the time to take our power back, to be our own guru, to find the answers within ourselves, to trust ourselves, to not give our power away to these people, to these celebrities, influencers, moguls, music moguls, gurus, leaders. We need to look at ourselves. We need to find it in ourselves, and we need to come together. But you know, it's like this is how the soul evolves. Sometimes we need to be exposed to that darkness, and if we're the ones that gain the power, sometimes we need to see that darkness within ourselves so we can transmute it. And that's what this transit's all about. I feel like I'm becoming a guru now because the sun is just shining on me all of a sudden. It's just, as I'm talking about this, like I'm illuminating. I can't even see anymore. I need sunglasses. Anyways, so and the month ends with a bang because we have Mercury going retrograde on the 25th in Sagittarius. So yeah, it's interesting because it's so amazing how astrology is just so perfect and how it reflects exactly what's going on. Because I feel that after everything that transpires in November, we are going to need to take a step back and slow down and kind of reflect on what just happened. And the Mercury retrograde is providing the perfect opportunity to do so. Just to slow down, and with it being in Sagittarius, really reflect on our beliefs about this world and just go back and review everything that we're about to learn. It's about to be super intense. I'm going to go over what it means for each individual sign, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Check your rising sign first, because that is going to be the most prominent energy, because it correlates with the exact houses that this will be transpiring in for you, and then your sun and moon. secondarily to get a more holistic picture of the energy. All right, let's dive right into that. Aries, right off the bat, you've got a new moon on the 1st in Scorpio, which is going to be in your 8th house of psychological healing, of shared resources and intimacy. So this could be a great time to start a new healing journey or try some alternative forms of healing, really explore your psyche on a deep level and see what new methods that you can embrace right now that can really impact you in a positive way as far as your mental health, your spiritual health. Starting therapy at this time can prove to be very beneficial. Talk therapy, any kind of like maybe psychedelic type of therapy, just something alternative, something out there, something that focuses on your ultimate healing and really going deep with yourself and clearing out some of these old wounds, old traumas, stuff that's buried deep within you. This could also be a time to set a lot of new financial goals for yourself, and goals. If you have a partner, setting financial goals with a partner is highly benefited at this time. And this is a very deep type of new moon. I mean, Scorpio is very deep anyway, so you're going to be feeling very like you're wanting to uncover things that are hidden in the shadows and expose them within yourself and bring them to the light so you can clear them. This is a time to figure out ways on how to start feeling lighter, okay? And letting go of the past and really like re-emerging as a transformed, more powerful version of yourself. On the 3rd, Mars will oppose Pluto. You're ruled by Mars, so this is really going to hit you hard because whatever Mars is doing in the sky is going to impact you the most. Pluto is the planet of death and transformation. Mars is the planet of aggression. You've probably already been feeling just very touchy lately, getting triggered easily or angry. You may have felt just frustrated, annoyed, emotional with Mars being in Cancer for a while. And this is like the breaking point because it's opposing Pluto. And Cancer is your 4th house. So this could be affecting family relationships. There could be a big blow up with your families. There could be with your family members. There could be a lot of tension at home. There could be like buried stuff from your childhood coming up with Pluto opposing it. And it's, Pluto is at that last degree of your 10th house of your career. So there could be some power struggles with your family in regards to your ambitions and what you're pursuing. Maybe you don't see eye to eye with somebody in your family, and you have to kind of like find the balance between the two, between your ambitions and between spending time with those you love. You need to find the balance between your outer world and your inner world, making sure that you're taking care of your spiritual and mental health, emotional health, and also pursuing your goals, but honoring what's going on the inside as well, because you could be feeling a lot and it's really important to address those feelings. You could feel a lot of tension at this time. Can't even say my name right. Siri or Alexa. Sorry about that. So yeah, there's a lot that you're feeling during this time, and it could affect your career, it could affect your home life. But it's definitely something is going to be revealed. And whatever is being revealed is something that's deep within you that you were avoiding or didn't want to face. And it's going to come to a head now. And this could be a blow up at home. This could be a blow up at work. This could be a blow up in both. But these two energies, they're somehow challenging one another. Your inner life, outer life, home life, career life, they're battling. So pay attention to that. Try not to get too triggered or like lash out at anyone, because there is the potential for that. Mars will then enter Leo, which is better energy. That's going to be your 5th house of creativity, of children, of self-expression, of romance. So this could be a great time for dating, a great time to pursue projects that you're passionate about. Creative projects are really favored at this time. There's something that's going to be readdressed or reassessed here because Mars will retrograde in Leo as well next month. So pay attention to that. So if it's like a new relationship, you might have to deal with, if you're not facing the problems as they come. You're definitely going to have to deal with them later. Or if there's a problem in a relationship now, you'll, even if you think it's solved, you might have to address it again later. So, but enjoy this energy before it goes retrograde, because you could feel very enthusiastic about your creative projects at this time. Very enthusiastic and very passionate in regards to love and dating and romance. Very, very passionate time. So enjoy it, because that will be nice. It's and you're ruled by Mars. So it being in Leo, it's like it's dramatic, but not in such a heavy way like it was in Cancer. It's more like romantic and grand and over the top, and it's much better energy, and it's more, and you're able to get things done. You have more energy to get things done with that. Saturn will go direct in Pisces on the 15th, and that's your 12th house. So be prepared to start moving ahead in your spiritual development and learning more about yourself on a deep level. This can be a very healing energy. It's going to be less heavy. Your inner world may have felt very just overwhelming with Saturn being retrograde in your 12th house. You may have been feeling very isolated. You've had to deal with things that you thought were already handled, and you had to relearn hard lessons. Now you can move forward in your spiritual development and your spiritual growth, and things will become a little bit lighter because finally it's out of retrograde. So you can feel better. And then on that same day, there's going to be a full moon in Taurus, which is in your second house of finances. So you can definitely see the results for some financial goals that you may have set, although it could be something that you don't expect. And it could be like a sudden change in your finances, like out of the blue. You either make a lot of money, or maybe it could go the opposite way. You could have invested in something that you realize wasn't the best decision or choice for you, but definitely results are coming for your previous actions in regards to money. And something will be revealed in regards to your finances during this time. And it could be like a sudden shift in your income, or a sudden shift in your possessions, so expect the unexpected when it comes to money. Nobody ever wants to expect the unexpected when it comes to money unless they're winning the lottery. So just be prepared. If you've been taking the right steps, you could see some positive results in regards to your finances. But if not, you might have some harsh revelations to deal with in regards to money. So be prepared for that. Pluto will enter Aquarius on the 19th, which is your 11th house of friendship. So this will be 20 years of you meeting some really cool, interesting, life-changing people, new friends, new associations, part of a new group. You could become an activist during this time, be really attached to social causes and social movements, and get really passionate about them. So this is the beginning of a 20-year cycle of you just, expanding your network and meeting some really powerful people. And there'll be a final transformation that occurs in your career as well, because Pluto will be at the last degree of Capricorn, which is your 10th house. So it's like something will be exposed about your career, this final transformation in your ambitions. And you could really achieve something really big this month, or something huge can be exposed in regards to what you've been chasing in your career. And then Mercury goes retrograde at the end of the month, and that will be in your 9th house. So and that's in Sagittarius. You'll be reflecting upon your beliefs. You may want to revisit a place that you already visited that brought you a lot of joy. Relearn something that you've already learned. Reread a book that you've already read that you want to learn about again. So it's a really good time to go within and reflect on what you believe, what you stand for, and focus on learning and mental inner expansion, and focusing on things on the past that really shaped your beliefs. And you may question your beliefs at this time too. So intense month for you. Take it easy. Remember to breathe. Be kind to yourself, and you will get through it. Taurus, on November 1st, there is a new moon in Scorpio, which will be occurring in your 7th house of partnership and relationships. So this could be the start of a new relationship. It is trining Saturn, so this could be something long-term, something very serious, something very mature and responsible. If you're already in a relationship, you could be committing to someone even deeper. Things get more serious. You become more connected to that person. Okay, so this can have a very stabilizing effect on your relationship. You can start to envision where it's going, what direction it's headed in. You can make a deeper commitment. This person we're exclusive, or you get married, or you get engaged, or something along those lines that bounds two people together for a long time. So, and if you start a new relationship, it could be very long-term and very positive. So that's great energy for you. Then on the 3rd, Mars, which is in Cancer, which is your 3rd house, is going to be opposing Pluto in Capricorn, which is your 9th house. All right. So there's going to be some sort of power struggle between what you know to be true and what you believe and what you know, like facts versus faith. It's going to be like your faith is going to be tested at this time. There's going to be certain truths that are put to the test. Okay. You're going to be, it's like an inner battle between what you know intellectually and what you feel in your soul to be true. And this could bring up some communication conflicts. This could bring up potential arguments with people about beliefs. This is not a great time to travel, I would say. Maybe avoid that. You could be communicating more harshly to other people. There could be just a lot of undesirable outcomes if you decide to go on a trip at this time. So don't do that. Try to keep the conversations light. Don't have any political debates on this day. You're going to be, your mind, it's like your mind and your soul are going to be like fighting with one another about what's the truth. So it's going to be really intense energy. Like you're really solidifying your beliefs anyway with Pluto being at that last degree in Capricorn. So you're really trying to figure out like what it is that you believe. And you may realize that what it is that you believe doesn't even make logical sense. And this is the battle within the mind and the heart, the mind and the soul, the mind and like the higher consciousness, you know, like you're having some deep thoughts at this time, which is going to cause some inner conflicts with you and with other people potentially. So don't try to fight with, just try to avoid arguments at this time. On the 3rd, Mars will also enter your 4th house of home and family. So the fights can shift over to fighting with your family. No, I'm just kidding. Things can be very intense at home. Mars is more comfortable in Leo, but because it's your 4th house, it could bring the conflict into your personal life and with people that you live with, you know, your parents or your spouse or people that you're very close with. And this can bring some things to a head. But at the same time, you could use this energy to like redecorate your home or remodel your home or do something different in your home, like, and feel really passionate about that as well. Saturn is going direct in Pisces on the 15th. This is your 11th house. If you felt kind of like isolated, like haven't been around people a lot, this can actually help you be more social and meet new people, be more involved with your community during, the light is crazy, during Saturn moving direct. Yeah, so you can resume progress in regards to your friendships and not feel so isolated. There's going to be a full moon in Taurus. That is going to be pretty significant for you because you're a Taurus. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me right now. But yeah, so you have a full moon in your sign. So that's going to be massive. And you could see some really massive results in regards to what you've been working on and self-improvement. And if you've been working on your confidence and how you present yourself to the world. But at the same time, this full moon is going to be very chaotic because it's conjunct Uranus, and Uranus brings unexpected results. So how you're putting yourself out there, it's as if you're coming out into the world as a new person, right? And all these things that you've learned and all this effort that you've put into just evolving and growing, it could be shocking to other people. People are not going to recognize you. People could feel like, whoa, she's so different. She's he or she, or they or them. They're so different. They're so out there. they're so radical and revolutionary. Like, you could be expressing yourself and very authentically at this time, which is really exciting. And you're going to feel like you want to rebel against the norm, and it could be shocking to other people, like what you're putting out there. But it's very liberating and empowering for you. And you'll feel very free at this time with this full moon. I kind of like this full moon for you. But it could be some shakeups in how you're presenting yourself to the world, what you're putting out there. People could be like, whoa, she's out there. But you could also attract the right people at this time. There's Pluto entering Aquarius on the 19th. So this is going to be a long-term transit. This is 20 years. 20 years in your 10th house. Sorry, I don't know why I feel silly right now. Maybe it's a good sign. Maybe it means that this month is not going to be as intense as it feels like it's going to be. But it's going to be exciting, especially for you, because you're a fixed sign. And the fixed signs are going to be going through massive transformations over the next 20 years with Pluto's transit in Aquarius. And Aquarius is your 10th house, which is career, right? Ambition. You're going to change the world in the next 20 years. Like, you're going to do some things that are really going to change the game for yourself, for others. Huge transformations. You could totally do a whole new career, how you present yourself in your career. You could gain a lot of power. You can make a lot of money. You could be super successful over the next 20 years. Like, you're embarking on this new journey that's all about your public life and what you're putting out into the world. This is really exciting. This is amazing energy for you. And at the same time, with Pluto leaving your 9th house, you're really solidifying your beliefs about the world too, and everything you've learned, and stepping into your power and your ambitions towards your career that are going to completely change your life. And your whole path in your career is going to change, and it's going to be so profound, more profound than you possibly anticipated. So I'm excited for you. And then Mercury will go retrograde in Sagittarius, which is going to be in your 8th house. So the 8th house is psychological healing, deep intimacy, shared resources. So this is a deep, deep, deep time. So a lot of changes are happening for you this month. Big full moon for you. And then when Mercury goes retrograde in your 8th house, you're going to have to really like go within and look at the stuff that's like buried deep within you, and kind of analyze that, and then do some deep healing and work on stuff that you thought you healed, but you may come up again to be looked at. So it's going to be a deeper, introspective, very healing time for you. But monumental month for you, Taurus. I'm really excited for you, and I wish you the best of luck. Gemini, November 1st brings up a new moon in Scorpio, which is in your 6th house of work and health. So you could be starting a new job during this time. You can be starting a new health routine during this time, a new nutritional regime at this time, one that proves to be very positive and have long-term beneficial results for you, because it's trine Saturn, and Saturn brings this level of stability in your daily routines, and it helps you set really powerful goals for yourself that have practical and long-term results. So get practical, get real, get grounded, focus on those intentions, set some real goals for yourself in regards to your health, in regards to your job, and in regards to what you do on a day-to-day basis to optimize your mental and physical health. So good luck with that. That should be good for you. Then there's the Mars-Pluto opposition, and Mars is in Cancer, which is your 2nd house of finances, and then Pluto is in the 8th house, which is also represents finances, but it's more of other people's money. So there's going to be kind of a battle between your money, other people's money, like your own assets and your partner's assets. Like, what's mine, what's yours? And it could bring up some tension with that, and some conflicts and some power struggles with your finances. And this also can be in relation to healing and releasing some stuff, because Pluto is at the final degree of your 8th house. So this could be like a really big final transformation for you as well. But there's something in regards to your finances that is like confronting that, and also your self-worth too. This is a time when you can really realize how much you value yourself, and have some wake-ups about that, some wake-ups and shake-ups in regards to how you see yourself and your own value. But it could be kind of painful because you could realize some stuff, maybe that your self-worth was not as high as it should have been. So you'll have some revelations around your self-worth, around your finances, around your partner's money, around deep psychological healing, and some deep stuff can be revealed for you. And yeah, in regards to money, this could be very intense, and there could be disputes over assets or pressures related to debts or investments, things of that nature that reveal something deeper. So be prepared for that. Right after that opposition, Mars will go into Leo, where it's a little bit happier, and that's your third house of communication, writing. It represents your immediate environment, your siblings, your neighbors. So you could be spending more time with them in your community, conversing, communicating, expressing yourself. This is a great time to work on a writing project, practice public speaking, or learning a new skill. So that'll be good. And it might be something that you'll have to relearn right after, because Mars will actually go retrograde in Leo as well. So it's like you think you're learning a new skill, and then next month you find yourself learning it again. So, or there'll be themes that will be repeated that you experience this month. Those themes will be repeated in regards to how you're communicating and who you're communicating with and what you're learning. So pay attention to that. On the 15th, Saturn will go direct in Pisces, which is your 10th house of career. So you can start to see a little bit forward motion in your career, as opposed to like things being so heavy and just continuing to just drag on. And you might have felt blocked or limited in your career. You could start to see some results again as Saturn moves forward. You've probably had to learn some hard lessons, and you're still going to continue to learn hard lessons and take on more responsibility in your career for sure, but it won't feel as heavy now that Saturn is moving direct again. So it's a little bit of a lighter energy, which is great. And on that same day, there's going to be a full moon in your 12th house in Taurus, and that's your subconscious, that's your deep inner world. So there's going to be some spiritual revelations that come to you during this time. And it could be totally out of the blue. And it could reveal some hidden psychological stuff that's been within you, hidden pain, hidden wounds that you have to confront or deal with now, that's been like buried deep in the subconscious, but it will be revealed to you somehow. And it could be revealed to you in a very shocking and unsettling way, because Uranus is involved, Algol is involved, which is the demon star. So... but it could be unexpected insights or unexpected downloads from the universe, spiritual epiphanies, spiritual insights. It's really important to tap in during this time. But there's something about Uranus that does bring this level of discomfort and uncertainty and anxiety. Okay, so be very careful with your nervous system during this time, and take really good care of yourself, and do some deep breathing and some meditating, because you're going to really need it, because there's going to be a lot going on in your inner world, in your deep in your subconscious. You're going to be going through it. People on the outside might not even know, but you're going to be like your mind's going to be blown a lot this month. So like I said, Pluto's finally moving out of your 8th house. You're having this like final transformation moment on the 19th is the day that Pluto will be going from your 8th house to your 9th house, which is like such big energy, because you're solidifying like this. You've been going through like crisis after crisis since 2008, and this is like your final transformation moment. And Pluto's going into this place where it's like you're going to keep transforming, but in a different way, more on a mental philosophical level. You're going to be learning so much. You're going to be expanding your mind, expanding your beliefs. You're going to be traveling a lot. You're going to be expanding your worldview. It's a very exciting 20-year period for you with Pluto being in your ninth house. You know, you could be going back to school, learning something new, seeing the world, just shifting your perspective in the world on the world. So that's great. I'm excited for you because you've been Pluto in the eighth house is a lot, but you're so much more powerful now. The past 15 years completely transformed you, so it's really exciting actually. Yeah, you're getting your final transformation. And then Mercury goes retrograde at the end of the month, and you are ruled by Mercury. So those Mercury retrogrades are always going to hit you just a little bit harder than most. And it's also in your seventh house, which is relationships. So, problems in your relationship that you thought were solved can come up again. People from your past in regards to relationships can come up again. Exes, you might have to deal with some pesky exes wanting... Who knows what they want? They're going to want something, but they're going to pop up. Or you might be even thinking about an ex during this time. So that's never ideal, but it happens. So be prepared for that. Monumental month for you. But overall, I'm excited for the changes and what you're going to learn. So I wish you the best of luck. Cancer, you have a new moon happening in your fifth house of creativity and romance on the 1st. So this could be a new creative project that has long-term positive results for you that may require a lot of work, but it will definitely be worth it. This could be a new romantic partner that has the potential to be something serious and long-term, or you could be taking someone that you were dating that it wasn't very serious with. It could be becoming serious now. So that's exciting. On November 3rd, Mars will oppose Pluto. Mars is in your first house. Okay, so Mars has been giving you a little bit of a boost, but with it opposing Pluto in your seventh house, you could feel like there's something deep within yourself that you really need to look at that makes you completely uncomfortable and want to lash out and act in ways that is normally out of your character. And this could have to do with a partner because Pluto is at that final degree in your seventh house, and you've gone through a huge transformation in regards to relationships in the past 15 years. And this is like the final phase of it, that final thing that needs to happen to like solidify this transformation for you in regards to partnerships. And it's really coming to a head with this opposition to Mars. And it could be something kind of explosive in your relationship. I mean, it could be something really passionate, but it could also be a partner showing you a darker part of yourself or vice versa. And it could lead to potential arguments, a very intense one, volatile even. So be careful. Be careful with your partnerships and personal relationships, but there's a huge transformation that's being solidified for you in regards to how you relate to others. You're going to be approaching relationships in a whole different way after this month, so be prepared for that. Mars will move out of your first house on that same day and go into Leo, which is your second house of finances. So there's going to be a huge focus on money, and you're going to feel very motivated to make money, inspired, come up with new ideas. You'll have the energy to do so. But there's going to be something about whatever ventures you take on now in regards to making money that you're going to have to revisit again next month or reassess. So be aware of that. Keep that in mind. So Mars in Leo, I mean, it's leaving your sign, so maybe you'll have a little bit less energy, but Mars does better in Leo anyway, so it's less explosive. And then on the 15th, Saturn goes direct in Pisces, which is your ninth house. So you're moving forward with new educational pursuits, your beliefs, any plans that were stalled in regards to travel could open up now. It could be a time to start planning a trip, start planning an adventure, start planning on how you're going to expand your consciousness and your beliefs. On that day, there's also a full moon in Taurus, and that's going to be in your 11th house of friendships, and community involvement. There is a conjunction to Uranus as well, which could bring something very unexpected and out of the blue in regards to your friendships and your community involvement or any groups that you're associated with. Someone could completely throw you for a curveball, shock you. Just like a friendship could suddenly and abruptly end, or someone that's been in your life for a really long time, all of a sudden just they don't want to be your friend anymore. Or it could be something about like a certain group that you're associated with, like they shock you and you realize that this is not what you want to be associated with anymore. So it's going to be like an abrupt ending in regards to the people in your life and who you're associated with. So pay attention, watch out for that. It's going to illuminate who your friends are and who's not meant to be your friends, who's not meant to be in your life. Pluto is going to be moving out of your 7th house, like I said, and into your 8th house, Aquarius, where it's going to be for 20 years. So prepare yourself, because there's going to be you're going through this period of like becoming the phoenix. Like you're going to go through some darkness for sure, but you're going to gain so much power over the next 20 years. It's going to be insane. You're going to be completely transformed. And honestly, it's been kind of tough for you in your 7th house, because the 7th house is a very potent position in your chart. You know, it's an angular house, and it affects you. It affected your relationships head on, it really did a number on your personal relationships, and you probably had to deal with some craziness in regards to relationships over the past 15 years. You probably had to deal with like like obsession or possession or jealousy, power struggles, like crazy like passion, and just stuff it can be exciting, but it could be a lot as well. And you've transformed because of all the experiences that you've had in relationships. And you kind of are going to realize what it was all for, what it all meant, and how you've changed from all of those situations. So it's pretty big energy for you. That it's and you could have like one final event, final something in regards to relationships, especially with the Mars opposition, that like shows you what it's all about, shows you how much you've transformed, and like how much this relationship has changed you, and these experiences have changed you, and how you're so much stronger because of it. And just you'll never approach partnerships the same after this. It's going to be a totally new thing. And it's massive. It's life-changing stuff. So be prepared and keep your mind open, because you're going to be taking in a lot of insights as well. And then Mercury will go retrograde on the 25th in Sagittarius, which is your 6th house of health and daily routines. So you're going to be reassessing some of your health routines as well, and your health habits, and maybe re-embracing some health habits that you had in the past that were more beneficial for you, that you kind of left behind, that you want to re-embrace so that you could be healthier. Something from the past is coming back up to be looked at in your job, in your work. Maybe a problem you thought was resolved can come back up again to be looked at. So take really good care of your health during this time, because it's super important. But very transformational month for you indeed. Be kind to yourself and take it easy, and you're going to be okay. Yeah, everything is going to be better than okay. So I wish you the best of luck. Leo, there is a new moon on November 1st in Scorpio, and that's happening in your 4th house of home and family. So this could be a new beginning, embarking on finding a new place to live, putting down roots somewhere. And whatever you initiate at this time can really have some long-term tangible results for you, if it's in regards to finding a home, or investing in real estate, or doing a project within your home, beautifying your home, redecorating, remodeling. This could also be a new phase in your healing journey, letting go of your past and working on getting in touch with the deepest parts of yourself and really letting go of some heavier stuff that you've been holding on to. So the incredibly healing time. And you can make a lot of really big, powerful decisions in regards to domestic life, property matters, family relationships, living where you're living. So take advantage of that. This could literally be a move for you. If you're moving right now, this could be a really long-term stable place that you're about to live. So, and you'll gain some clarity on that as well. Then on the 3rd, we have Mars opposing Pluto. Mars is in your 12th house, and Pluto is in your 6th. So this is a very deep energy, and your subconscious mind could be revealing a lot right now. You may have had some difficulties as Mars has been in your 12th house with relaxation, sleep, the ability to meditate for a long time, and because there's some stuff that might be weighing heavily on your subconscious that you need to look at, and it could be affecting your health, and you'll really have to look at it during this time. So you could have been experiencing health challenges since September, actually, that maybe made you more just in tune with your physical body and made you realize that you have to take better care of your physical body and how it is related to your subconscious and how it is related to your emotions. So it's just awakenings around your health, around your day-to-day routines, and if they are helping you on a mental and physical and emotional level, if you're living a healthy life. And you may have to make some changes during this time, and some things that are some secrets, some hidden aspects to your health, things that are actually hurting your health could come to the surface right now, and you can realize, okay, I need to do away with this thing. I need to stop this bad habit, or putting this toxic thing in my body, or not working out, or thinking these negative thoughts. So you're making a lot of positive changes for your health, but those changes may come through harsh realizations. And you may have to go through a challenging time with your physical vitality in order to realize what changes need to be made at this time. So after that opposition, Mars is going to enter your sign, and that will give you a boost on the 3rd. It will give you a huge boost of energy, vitality, drive, passion. You're going to be exuding more confidence, and you're going to have more powers to attract what you want in your life, because Mars is this energy and vitality that you're going to be exuding, and other people are going to feel that. So other people are going to be very drawn to you during this time. For the entire month of November, you're definitely going to be feeling it. You're going to be exuding sex appeal and magnetism as well, passion, energy, drive, all of it. But in December, Mars will retrograde in your sign. So then you could possibly lose that vitality, slow down a little bit. Things can get heavier. So utilize the time that Mars is direct in your 1st house to really, get things done, and to do some hard work towards your goals and to attract what you want. On the 15th, Saturn will go direct in Pisces, which is your 8th house. That's going to be a little bit of a relief for you, because you may have felt blocked in areas of healing and intimacy, and you may have felt things just be really heavy, especially within, like deep inside of you. You just feel like your past traumas and things that happen in your life are just weighing heavily on you right now, as Saturn was retrograde in your 8th house, because that's a very sensitive point in your chart. It's a very deep psychological point in your chart. Things may have felt heavy in your mind, so things may start to feel a little bit lighter, and you could progress on your healing journey. On that same day, which is the 15th, the full moon will be in Taurus, which is your 10th house of career. So that full moon is going to be conjunct Uranus, and so you can have some massive results in your career during this time, but completely out of the blue and unexpected, not what you were anticipating. It could throw you for a huge curveball in your career. It could be a sudden change, a sudden shift, a sudden realization, or you could piss some people off, or you may suddenly feel the need to just change careers or quit or do things differently. Like you're going to be, feeling a little impulsive during this time, but definitely big results in your career. It's just, they might not be exactly what you expected. And then on the 19th, so Pluto's at that final degree of Capricorn, which is your 6th house. We talked about your health and how you're going to be making a lot of realizations in regards to your health and daily routines until the 19th. And I think you will be able to solidify what the healthiest routine is for you and how you need to live your life to have optimal health until the 19th for sure. And then once Pluto goes into Aquarius, that's going to be your 7th house of partnerships. So there's going to be a huge emphasis on relationships and the other over the next 20 years. This is a 20-year transit. So unless you have planets or placements in the early degrees of Leo, of Aquarius, then you're not really in the early degrees of Leo. You're not going to feel it as much, but over the next 20 years, profound changes in how you relate to others. You could have some very transformational, life-changing relationships pop up right now. Deep, obsessive, intense, passionate, just that'll totally rock your world and flip your world upside down. So be prepared for that. You're going to go through some profound growth from your relationships. All right. And to top it all off, Mercury will go retrograde at the end of the month in your 5th house of creativity, romance, children. So you could have a past fling reemerge during this time, or a lover from the past come back up that wants to restart something with you. Past lessons that you've learned in love and dating can come up. You can go back to a creative project that you were working on in the past, and you can feel this new passion for it and want to revisit it and reconsider old creative pursuits and bring them back now, and just reflect on things that used to bring you joy and reflect on ways that you used to express yourself and be creative. So you're going to be slowing down a little bit and reassessing the creative aspects of your life, the romantic aspects of your life, the fun aspects of your life, and you could be bringing back some fun and creative pursuits from the past. Just watch out for those pesky exes, because they always have a way of popping back up. But who knows? Maybe it was a missed connection and you'll get to revisit that now. So that could be good. Massive month for you, Leo. I wish you the best of luck. Virgo, there's going to be a new moon on November 1st that's happening in your 3rd house of communication, writing, learning. So this could be a new educational pursuit. You could be taking on learning a new skill, taking on a creative writing project, a new way to market yourself in your business. And this is a time when you can actually really come up with a solid plan for what new skills or what new thing you want to learn. Like you could be taking a course, a class, a workshop, like you're expanding your mind, you're learning something. And whatever you do now, whatever you choose to do under this new moon is going to have long-term positive results, because it's trining Saturn. And Saturn trines are positive aspects, and Saturn is giving you the discipline, the patience, and the endurance to actually make these goals and dreams a reality. And it is going to make the results be something very beneficial for you and long lasting. So think about what it is that you want to do in regards to your mind, your learning, and then skills, communicating, writing, speaking, anything in that area of your life that you start new now will be successful. So take advantage of that for sure. On November 3rd, we have Mars opposing Pluto. Mars is in your 11th house of friendships. Pluto is in your 5th house of romance and creativity and self-expression. Okay, so Mars has definitely been challenging your friendships at this time, and you may have felt some tension within your network of friends, and there's just something within you that you want to express, and you kind of want to do your own thing right now, and you want to be creative, and you want to enjoy your life. And there could be people in your life that are taking that joy away from you. And this is a time when you can get really like worked up and and get into arguments or power struggles with your friends or people that you feel are standing in the way of you being your best self. Because it's like, it's about your personal interests versus the interests of the group. And this is really a time to honor your own pursuits and your own things that bring you joy and your creative expression. So focus on yourself, because you could feel like your friends or people in your life are really standing in the way of that joy. And you might actually get into an argument with a friend, or have to end a friendship, or move away from a certain social group or something like that if you feel they're blocking you or standing in your way in any way. On that same day that Mars is opposing Pluto, Mars is going to move into Leo, and Leo is your 12th house of the subconscious. So this is going to be an interesting time for you, because it's going to be very deep and very healing, and you're going to have a lot of access to the subconscious mind. But, Mars is a malefic planet, and the 12th house is a very sensitive place in your chart. It represents stuff that's buried deep within you. So you can have certain things that have been buried deep into your subconscious like resurface and be very like stressful to deal with. And it could actually cause you to be a little bit restless and not able to relax or get good sleep. So this is a time when you have to take extra good care of your mental health and your physical health by meditating, journaling, doing yoga, being in nature. You have to take really good care of yourself during this time, because Mars in the 12th house is also not a very energetic placement. So there's a lot of healing, purging that you're going to need to do, but it can feel like heavy. It can feel a lot, and just a little bit anxiety inducing. So the sun is coming out though, so that's a good sign. It's going to be okay. And then on the 15th, Saturn goes direct in Pisces, which is your 7th house of partnerships. So there could be some forward motion and momentum with a relationship that maybe was put on pause, or something you might have felt like blocked, or this heaviness in regards to, I can't. I don't know why it's so bright right now. This is crazy. You might have felt like very blocked in your romantic life or in finding a partner. But this is a time when you can start to move forward and progress in that area of your life and feel a sense of relief, because Saturn has been weighing heavily on you. Saturn has been opposing you for quite some time, and it being in retrograde made it even heavier. So at least there's that. That's going to help with any delays or challenges that you may have been facing with your own self-confidence and your self-confidence within relationships. So that'll be nice. And then there's a full moon in Taurus in your 9th house on that same day. So something exciting and new can come to the surface in regards to travel plans, or maybe you're going to feel very like impulsive and wanting to break free during that time. So because this full moon will be conjunct Uranus, so you could just randomly decide that I want to take this trip, or I want to go back to school, or I want to do something to really expand my mind. And your beliefs can change at this time. You could be letting go of some old beliefs that no longer serve you, and you're seeing the world in a whole different light, and you're realizing who you really are and what you truly believe and what beliefs serve your highest good. So it's actually quite exciting. Full moon in the 9th house. You're going to be realizing, you could be having spiritual epiphanies as well, philosophical epiphanies that come out of nowhere. It's just like these aha moments, and you may just want to spontaneously pick up and just get out and just go somewhere far, far away. which could be a good thing for you. It could be very healing. And then Pluto will move into Aquarius on the 19th for 20 years. And so that's your 6th house of health and work. So you're embarking on a new 20-year period of really focusing on your physical and mental health and doing whatever you can to optimize that. And totally transforming your health, really, and starting a new health regime, a new workout regime, like your tastes could change. You could be eating different foods. You could change your diet. Like your health is going to completely transform. But you're also solidifying something that you've learned while Pluto was in your 5th house. You're much more creative now. You're much more, you've definitely been transformed by romantic experiences in your life. You've definitely leveled up, and you probably had some very intense, passionate romantic experience that changed the core of who you are and has inspired you a lot. So you're completing that cycle, and Pluto's going into a different area of your life, and you're really focusing more on like getting your life together, the practical matters of your life, like taking care of your health, taking care of your body, taking care of your mind. So that's going to be the new journey that you're embarking on. And then on the 25th, Mercury will go retrograde in your 4th house in Sagittarius. So you could be revisiting, your 4th house represents your home, your family, your past. You could be revisiting wounds from your past, and it could be a very healing time. You could be visiting your family, literally going back, spending time with your family, and reminiscing about the past, reflecting on the past. It's a very internal, deep, and healing time, this retrograde for you in your 4th house. You could be communicating with family members about past unresolved issues that you have the opportunity to resolve now. So it could be super healing if you just honor your emotions and feelings during this time. But yes, it's going to be a very powerful month for you, Virgo. So I wish you the best of luck. Libra. On November 1st, there is a new moon in your 2nd house of wealth and finances. New moons are new beginnings, and this particular new moon is making a positive aspect with Saturn, the planet of hard work and responsibility. Now, the financial goals that you set for yourself right now and the steps that you take towards them and the actions that you take in order to manifest these financial goals and to make them a reality can prove to be very successful and can prove to have long-term benefits for you. Saturn is supporting you in your financial goals at this time, but it's very important for you to get organized and to have a plan and to take certain physical steps and actions towards this. And if there is a potential investment or financial opportunity that is presented to you during this time to make any amount of money, then take it, because this is the perfect time to set out on something new in regards to your financial goals. So take advantage of this new moon, set some goals for yourself, make a plan, get organized. It's okay to take a little bit of a risk at this time because you will be rewarded. Just make sure you stay committed to the plan and to the goals, and don't be afraid of a little hard work because it's going to pay off. So believe in yourself. All right, on November 3rd, Mars will oppose Pluto, and Mars has been in your 10th house of career. So you have been feeling very passionate and ambitious and driven in regards to your career. But Pluto has been sitting in your 4th house of home and family, which is the deepest part of yourself. So there are some things that you need to look at that are deep within you, that need to be cleared, that need to be healed in order for you to move forward in your career, okay? And to really have the success that you're looking for. And it's about finding the balance of your inner life and your outer life and making sure that everything is good on the inside, because if you deal with whatever's buried deep within you and the buried emotions, and you accept them, honor them, face them, feel them, and release them, it's going to make you so much lighter so that you can move towards your career goals, the ones that you really want to make a reality. So it's about finding that inner balance, because you're able to do a lot in your career, but there could be something that's holding you back. So you need to look at that now. And it could be a little bit stressful, but it's nothing you can't handle. It's just, you just need to be real with yourself. This is not a time to run away from your problems or to numb yourself or to numb your emotions. This is a time to really face the reality of what's going on within you so that you can clear it, so that you can move towards your goals and dreams. Now, on that same day, Mars will enter Leo, which is your 11th house of friendships and connections and your network of people. So this is a really great time for you to network, okay, and to meet people and to get involved with people and to collaborate and to share ideas and, you know, make new friends that can actually help you in your career. So do that. Put yourself out there as much as you possibly can. And just remember that Mars is going to go retrograde at the same point. So, you know, you're definitely going to be involved with the new people that come into your life now. There's going to be some stuff that you're going to have to reconsider or revise with them. The new people you meet now are probably going to be around for a while, and you're going to have to work on stuff with them. And you might have to rework some stuff with them, the people that you collaborate with now. Because the retrograde is happening in that same area. So just keep that in mind. On the 15th, Saturn will go direct in Pisces, which is your 6th house of work, health, daily routines. So if you've been feeling a little bit heavy and feeling like low energy, or you're not getting the work done that you want to get done, it's going to get a little bit easier for you. And you can get your daily routines more organized and structure your life a little bit better and move forward and progress in that area of your life. Now, on that same day, there's going to be a full moon in Taurus, which is happening in your 8th house of deep psychological healing. So there could be some sort of revelation in regards to how you've transformed. You may have gone through some harder stuff lately. You may have had to deal with some crisis in your life or trauma or something intense, but this can bring to light how much more powerful you are because of the things that happened to you. And you can see that and see how your healing journey is actually impacting you. But this could be something that throws you for a little bit of a curveball. Because it's conjunct Uranus. So it's a huge revelation about yourself, and your inner world is coming to light during this time, but it could be something that you didn't expect. So just take really extra good care of your emotions and yourself during this time. It's super important. This could also be unexpected revelations in regards to your money situation, your shared resources with a partner. And this can be just a very intimate experience as well, with that is a little bit out of the blue or unexpected. Then on November 19th, Pluto is going into Aquarius for good for the next 20 years, and that's going to be impacting your 5th house of creativity, romance, children. So this will be a lot lighter of a transit for you, because for the past 15 years, you had Pluto in your 4th house of home and family and the deepest part of yourself. So there's been a lot of inner transformation and inner growth and inner strength that you've gained over the past 15 years. And you could have gone through a lot of healing and deep stuff with your family and questioning who you are and dealing with darker and deeper hidden parts of yourself. But now you get to put all of that energy towards your self-expression and creativity and towards romance and fun. So, I mean, those things could be very intense for you, but it's overall the energy is going to be lighter because Pluto is in an area where it can go deep in creative and fun ways as opposed to like emotional ways that you've been going through. So it's going to be a huge shift for you. And you can anticipate a long-term transformation in how you express yourself and your creativity and who you are as an artist and who you are as a romantic partner and how you are in romance. Like the romantic partners over the next 20 years are going to have the power to completely transform who you are. this is an exciting time. I think Pluto in the 5th is going to be a lot easier than Pluto in the 4th. So enjoy that. And then there's going to be a Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius at the end of the month on the 25th. And that is actually going to be, it's going to slow down your mind a little bit because your 3rd house is communication and writing, learning, speaking. So you could be relearning something from your past, revisiting a topic that you've already learned, or relearning a skill, or revisiting a place, taking a trip to somewhere that brought you a lot of joy. You may want to go back there. You could be reconnecting with siblings during this time and reflecting on things that you experienced together in the past. But just be careful with your communication, because miscommunications could be, you could be prone to having miscommunications with others during this time. And if you're working on some writing anything, make sure to double check everything, spelling errors, things like that. And give your mind a rest, because it's not going to be working to the best of its ability, but it's more about reflecting on the past and revisiting things that you've already learned. So yeah, very intense and transformative month for you, and I wish you the best of luck. Scorpio, on November 1st, there is a new moon in your sign, and this is a new beginning for you. This is a powerful day to set some practical and long-term goals in regards to yourself and your personal growth and what you wish to achieve, and get real about that. Get practical, get organized, get structured. This new moon is trining Saturn, which means that whatever you set out to do and initiate right now is going to have long-term beneficial results for you. This is your new moon. This is your new beginning. This is your chance to get serious, to come up with a plan, and to take the steps necessary to better your life and to present yourself to the world differently, with more confidence, and to really go deep within yourself and ask yourself what it is that you really want. Write it down, make a plan, take actual steps towards achieving it now. What you set in motion now is going to positively impact you for many years down the line with this energy. So take advantage of this new moon. It's in your sign. This is for you. This is your opportunity to start fresh. So take it, okay? Leading up to the 3rd, we have Mars, which is your ruler, that's been sitting in Cancer for a while now. So you may have felt drained emotionally, physically, like you haven't had the same kind of energy that you normally have. And it's about to change, which is great, because Mars is moving into Leo on the 3rd, and it's going to be giving you a boost. But right before Mars enters Leo, it's going to be making an opposition to Pluto. And Pluto is your co-ruler. So it's like your two rulers are battling it out on the 3rd. And the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, you're going to be feeling the effects leading up to this day. And you're definitely going to be feeling more agitated, more on the edge, more like you want to lash out at other people. Your emotions will be running high. So take extra good care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Practice self-compassion. Mars has been in your 9th house of your beliefs. So your beliefs have been tested, have been challenged. You're trying to figure out what it is that you really believe right now. And with Pluto in your 3rd house, there's definitely a battle between what it is you believe and what you know as factual. So this could be an inner battle that you're experiencing between what you believe to be true, but what you've learned and what can actually be proven. And this can trigger this internal battle. This can trigger battles with other people around you, some very heated conversations. Communication can be on fire, powerful debates at this time with others, but it's all expanding your mindset, and your mindset is changing, and your communication style is changing, and your beliefs are changing. But it's a lot of darkness is also being revealed within your mind, and you're going to realize, like, okay, I need to change this part of my mind and my beliefs, and I could do better, I could adapt better beliefs, and I could learn something that will change my life. And you could be inspired to learn something new, and you're feeling very passionate, but it's like everything that you're learning is also making you feel very agitated. So be kind with yourself, be kind with others. Try not to get into unnecessary fights at this time, because you're evolving. Your mind is evolving. Your beliefs are evolving. Your outlook is evolving. You're expanding, but it's for some reason, it's putting a lot of pressure on you. So go easy on yourself. You don't have to figure it all out at once. And then when Mars enters Leo, that's actually better energy for you, because that's going to be your 10th house of career. And so you're going to be putting all this passion into your career, and you're going to feel driven and motivated to get things done. And you're going to have a lot more energy. And that's a huge shift for you. It's easier for you to take action and to be less bogged down by your emotions with Mars and Leo in your 10th house. So get as much done as you can this month in regards to your career, because Mars will go retrograde next month, and you might have to revisit or reassess the things that you set into motion now and relearn something or reevaluate your career. And so use this, the passion, the drive, the energy, use it now to get things done, because things are going to slow down in December in regards to your career. All right, on the 15th, Saturn will go direct in your 5th house in Pisces. So if you've been feeling blocked creatively, blocked romantically, that will change. You'll still be learning hard lessons in regards to those things, because Saturn is still in that area, and Saturn is the planet of discipline and hard work. But at least you'll be progressing, and you'll be learning new lessons, because you may have had to been revisiting old lessons about old romantic flings, or you may have had old creative blocks come back up, and it's been heavy. It's been really heavy for you. But it's better, because you can move forward with your creativity, and you can come up with a plan on how to express yourself in a way that could be profitable to you, and you can get organized and structured to share your creativity with others and figure out how to do that, make a business out of your creativity. And then you could be pursuing new romantic partners, and you're feeling more serious about pursuing these romantic partners, and you're being more responsible in your relationship. So things are going to get lighter in regards to your creativity and your romance, but it's still going to require work and effort. It's just not as heavy. So that's good. And then the full moon in Taurus is actually illuminating your 7th house of relationships. So more relationship energy there. This could be something very unexpected, though, in relationships, like a sudden shift in your relationship. If you're already in one, an unexpected, out of the blue change in your relationship, a sudden ending, a sudden realization. If you're single, this could be a person that just comes into your life out of the blue to shake things up, like a whirlwind romance of sorts, that just totally out of left field, because this full moon is conjunct Uranus, the planet of unpredictability. So expect the unexpected in regards to a partner, a romantic partner. This could be, it doesn't have to be a good thing or a bad thing. It's just something that you don't see coming. It could be exciting, that's for sure. It could be an exciting new relationship. And you're already thinking about being more committed in relationships. So maybe this could be a person that you want to commit to, or maybe you realize that the relationship you're in is just not working anymore. Because full moons are about completions of a cycle or an ending. So just be aware of that. Then Pluto will enter Aquarius on the 19th, and that's your 4th house of home and family. So it's leaving your 3rd house once and for all, and it's going into the 4th house of home and family. So over the next 20 years, massive and profound changes are going to be made in regards to your family and home life. A major move, major healing, major healing with you and your family members. You could be setting down roots somewhere, building a strong foundation, exploring your ancestry, your roots, your heritage, past lives, your early childhood life. Stuff from your early childhood can come up, secrets, family secrets to be looked at, to be assessed. This is a transformative period, but it's a 20-year period, and you're going to be a completely different person by the end of it. But you're going really, really deep, because the 4th house is the deepest part of your chart. Okay, so you're looking at everything that's been buried within you, family secrets, hidden stuff, past life stuff, ancestry stuff, it's all coming to the surface for you over the next 20 years. You can find your dream home during this time and start a family, and there's so many good things that can come out of it, but you may have to go through some like deep, dark stuff as well. That's like to clear it so that you can have your dream family life. But it might require some crisis, some heavier stuff. And so it's going to be a very deep, deep period for you, but it's nothing that you're not used to. I mean, that's just the name of the game for you, Scorpio. But yeah, family life is going to be completely transforming for you. And then there's a Mercury retrograde at the end of the month in Sagittarius. That's happening in your second house of finances. So you're going to be reassessing your finances, reconsidering some of your spending habits, maybe revisiting an old financial venture that didn't work out, that maybe you want to give it another go. But you're looking to the past in regards to your finances, and you're getting things in order and reviewing your financial goals and seeing if they really align with what you want to create for yourself in your life. But you're slowing down financially as well. So it could be a very powerful time to just get your money right. So powerful month for you, Scorpio, and I wish you the best of luck. Sagittarius, on the 1st, you have a new moon in Scorpio, which is gracing your 12th house of the subconscious. So new moons are new beginnings, and the subconscious, the 12th house represents your subconscious, the deepest parts of yourselves, your spirituality. So this could be a new beginning for you in regards to a spiritual practice, in regards to healing, in regards to really going deep within yourself. You can start a new meditation practice, a new spiritual practice, anything that aims towards personal growth and development and looking deep within yourself, okay? And whatever you set out to do at this time can have long-term positive results because of the trine to Saturn. So a new spiritual venture, new spiritual journey, new healing journey, just new spiritual practice will highly benefit you at this time. So make the effort to start out on something like that this month for sure. Now on the 3rd, we have Mars opposing Pluto, and this is a very intense aspect. And Mars has been in your 8th house of transformation, so you may have had a challenging time with dealing with your psyche and deep stuff that's been buried within you with Mars traversing through that house. Mars is a very intense, aggressive planet, and the 8th house is like a very soft and sensitive place in your chart. It also represents shared resources, and with Pluto being at the final degree of your 2nd house of personal resources, there definitely could be some power struggles in regards to what's mine, what's yours, and power struggles just in regards to finances. It could be a power struggle with your partner about their money and your money, and this also can be affect intimacy with a partner. You could have some very deep and intimate transformative experiences right now with a partner, but they can be very, very intense, like almost tantric, but very passionate. This can be very passionate, but a lot of this conflict is in regards to shared assets or dependencies. Like how much do you depend on another person, and how much do you depend on yourself? And how much should you be depending on another person? And should you be shifting that dependency more to yourself? And what are you able to provide for yourself? And how much do you value yourself? And how much do you need this other person? And it's like this very tense power struggle that you're having right now, and finding the balance between your resources and your partner's resources. And this is a very psychologically healing time, but it could be heavy and painful because buried stuff could be coming up for you. So be very kind with yourself and be very gentle with your soul at this time, and meditate and be compassionate to yourself and forgive yourself, and be kind with your partner at this time too, because this could be a lot of intense energy and intense conversations and emotionally fueled conversation in regards to resources. Okay, so it's sensitive, but you can get through it. And then right after that opposition, Mars will be moving into Leo, which will be lighter energy. And that's your 9th house of travel, education, beliefs. So this could be a great time to plan a trip, or to go on a trip, or to learn something new, or to read a book about philosophy and expand your worldview and spiritual practices and things of that nature. So it's going from this like heavy, deep place in your 8th house to this lighter place where you'll have more energy and vitality and inspiration and just wanting to expand your consciousness and your beliefs and your understanding of the world. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Mars going into Leo, but just remember, Mars will also retrograde in Leo in December. So there's something about whatever you're initiating now in regards to what you set out to learn and your beliefs that you may have to revisit again and reconsider in December. So don't know how that's going to play out for you individually, but just keep that in mind when you're planning and doing all these new things in regards to your beliefs and your education. All right, so on the 15th, Saturn goes direct in Pisces, which is your 4th house. And that's going to bring some lighter energy to you as well, because you may have been feeling a lot of heaviness with Saturn being retrograde in your 4th house, which is a very sensitive part of your chart. It's the deepest part of you, and you may have been having to face some like heavy emotions and stuff from your past that has been suppressed may have been coming up for you to look at, for you to heal, and it's just felt so heavy. And you may have felt kind of blocked on your healing journey, and that's going to clear, and it's going to open up for you, and you can move forward on your healing journey as opposed to like being stuck on this one thing that's been burdening you. And you can start to feel like you're finally clearing things. This is a heavy month for you. I'm not going to lie. A lot of like deep stuff, a deep internal work. A lot of sensitive points in your chart is being activated. So be kind to yourself and allow yourself to feel what you need to feel without judging yourself, and love yourself through it and forgive yourself through it, because you're going through a lot of emotional turmoil this month. There's going to be a full moon in Taurus also on the 15th, and that's in your 6th house of health and work routines. So all of this emotional stuff, it could affect your health if you're not careful, because this full moon is bringing something to a head. And it could be in regards to your physical health, your mental health, even your work, a big change at work, because it's conjunct Uranus, and Uranus brings unexpected changes. So this could be, leaving a job, starting a new job, something that you didn't see coming out of the blue. Something with your health, or you could just be really inspired to do things differently with your health, a new health routine or something along those lines. But be careful with your health. Take good care of your emotional and mental health, because it's going to directly impact your physical health, okay? They're all connected. So keep that in mind. Then on November 19th, Pluto will go into Aquarius, finally, forever. Well, for the next 20 years. So that's a long-term transit for you. And you are embarking on this new period of learning, of expansion, of communication, of becoming a better writer, better speaker, better communicator. You can deepen your relationships with your siblings and people in your immediate environment. And this is a huge transformation for you. And you're going to become very, very intelligent. You're going to learn so much. Your mind is going to be so quick and activated. And you're going to go really deep in your mind. And if you embark on any kind of writing pursuit, your words could be very powerful, very transformative. You can heal people with your words. You can inspire people with your words. So your communication is going to be completely transformed for you over the next 20 years. Okay. And then just be careful, because as it leaves your 2nd house of wealth and finances, Pluto, it's at that final degree right now. There could be something major transformation in regards to your finances that's been building up over the past 15 years. A major revelation for you. So pay attention to your money, okay? Because something massive could come to a head there. But the next 20 years for you, it's a cool place for Pluto to be, because it's affecting your mind and how you see the world, and you're going to be a much deeper thinker. You probably already are, but you're going to really get to the bottom of things, and like you're going to learn so much and inspire so many people with what you're putting out there. Then on the 25th, you have a retrograde in your sign. So pay extra attention to that, because you're a Sagittarius. So with Mercury retrograding in your sign, it's, you're slowing down and you're reflecting on yourself. And you could be revisiting past versions of yourself that you want to bring back and share with the world, and reconsidering your personal goals and who you are as a person, and, revisit other paths that you may have started to move down on, and that you want to revisit and you might shift directions, but it's a slower period. Your energy might be lower. You're doing a lot of reflecting, but you're probably going to need it, especially after this month, because you're doing a lot of deep shadow inner work, healing work as well, power struggles, you know? So this retrograde will do you well because you could use a period of reflecting on who you are and your identity and where you're going. So I wish you the best of luck, Sagittarius. Capricorn, you start out the month with a new moon in Scorpio, which is your 11th house of friendships and your network of people who you're associated with. So you could be making some very positive alignments with people, new people that you encounter, that you come together with to do something long-term, something positive, something beneficial. This new moon is making a positive aspect with Saturn. So you're aligning with the right people right now, and you could really do something long-lasting and powerful. So put yourself out there, go out and meet new people. The people that you meet could be very supportive of you, very stable, very hardworking, just like you, Capricorn. And you could really build something with others right now. Make new friends, set some long-term goals with a new network of people. And you're building this stable foundation for your future achievements that are aligned with people that you're around. And you could be associated with a new group at this time, something that really benefits you for many years down the line. So that's exciting. Then on November 3rd, we have Mars opposing Pluto. Pluto is in your first house for the last time in your lifetime. It's in your sign. And you are going through a final transformation right now that is absolutely massive. And you're solidifying who you are and who you've become through all of the crisis and the turmoil that you've gone through over the past 15 years. This is a massive turning point for you, Capricorn. You know, you can finally breathe after Pluto's finally out of your sign for good on the 19th. But right before it leaves Capricorn for good, there was going to be this sort of tension, this battle, this crisis point that comes bubbling up because Mars is in Cancer, which is your 7th house of relationships. So relationships might have been extra emotional for you, and you might have been feeling a lot for a while now, since Mars has been in Cancer, and now that it's opposing Pluto and Capricorn, there's something that you're learning about yourself, that you're confronting within yourself. One final phase of this transformation that could be triggered or initiated through your relationships, or a power struggle within your relationship, or someone you're in a relationship with can show you something darker within you. And this could bring up a lot of tension and agitation and power struggles or possible conflicts or fights. But it's there. It's meant to reveal to you something deep within yourself so that you can complete this transformation. But it could feel like a lot. And it could bring up conflicts with the partner and conflicts within yourself as well. But you're completing the transformation journey. So you're going to be okay. Know that this is all happening for your greatest good, even if it feels heavy and intense, because this is your final grand finale. And then you get to graduate as this transformed version of yourself. So just make it through the 3rd, because Mars wants to fight. And it's making you want to fight with others. But don't let anyone derail all the work that you've already done, because you've done so much and you've overcome so much, and you are going to get the rewards. You're just having this one little bump in the road on the way there. So, but you got this. Mars is going to leave your 7th house after that and go into Leo, which is your 8th house of intimacy and shared resources. And so, I mean, the focus will still be on relationships, but it's more about the intimate parts of our relationships and our shared resources with our partner. And you could have some conflicts in those areas, but the 8th house also represents your deep psychological state and healing those parts of yourself. So you're looking really deep within yourself with Mars being in Leo and focusing on your healing. But it could be, Mars is a malefic, so when you have Mars transiting through these sensitive points in our chart, like the 8th house, which is our deep psyche and our trauma, it's like heavy stuff comes up to be cleared. And pay attention to what comes up, because it may have to be revisited again in December, because Mars is going to go retrograde in December in your 8th house. So you could have like heavy stuff come up from the past that needs to be looked at, that needs to be cleared. So be very kind with yourself at this time, because you're already going through so much. This massive, massive transformation is finally coming to its conclusion on top of all of the other stuff. So Saturn will be going direct in Pisces, and that's going to be in your third house of communication. So if you've been feeling kind of blocked in regards to how you're communicating and expressing yourself, that could feel a little bit lighter. And if projects have been delayed for you in regards to marketing or writing or speaking or anything that requires your mind, any kind of learning project, if that was delayed, those will start to progress more nicely now. So, and be more smooth, and your thinking will be clearer and your communication will be clearer. So that'll be nice. And then you have a full moon in Taurus also on the 15th, and that's going to be in your 5th house of creativity and romance. So this is conjunct Uranus. So this could be an unexpected sort of creative inspiration that comes out of the blue, and you have like this genius idea at this time. Write it down, do something with it. You could be very inspired creatively at this time, or a creative project that you've been working on could turn into something that you didn't expect it to, something very new and exciting and different. You could have an unexpected romance, whirlwind type of romance pop in, or an unexpected ending to a romance as well, or a shift in dynamics to someone that you've been romantic with. So pay attention, because the curveball will be thrown, but it could be a good thing for you, because it could be a creative inspiration. So it could be a genius, just totally out of the box idea. Go with it, whatever it is. And then on the 19th, Pluto will enter Aquarius. It's going to be out of your house. It's going to be out of your sign, and it'll be in your 2nd house. So that's wealth and finances. So you're definitely transforming that area of your life completely, a complete shift. But you're going to go through some crises over the next 20 years. This is a long-term transit. It's a 20-year transit. You're going to have some intense revelations about money, about how to make money. But you could become like very wealthy, but you're going to have to learn hard lessons on how to do so. And there's Beetlejuice. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. It's almost Halloween, and Beetlejuice is outside my window. Anyways, I don't know if that's a sign. Take it or leave it. But yeah, so you're going to learn some hard lessons. You're going to learn some hard lessons about money, but you're going to be completely transforming your financial situation, and it's less heavy, because it's not about transforming the self. You've done that. You're transformed. You're so much stronger. You're the phoenix rising from the ashes this month, okay? All the power is yours now, and you don't ever have to deal with all that BS that you dealt with in the past 15 years. Now you can focus on your bank account. As opposed to dealing with crises within yourself. So I'm really happy for you. I'm really excited for you. You can finally breathe. Your time has come, and you're gonna be seeing the results of all the hard work and trauma and crises that you've gone through over the past 15 years, and you get to reemerge as a totally new person. So I'm very excited for you. And then there was going to be a Mercury retrograde on the 25th, which is in your 12th house of the subconscious. So you're definitely going to be looking deep within yourself, which makes sense because you've transformed so much. So you're going to be seeing if everything is okay on the inside, and kind of, you could still have some lingering stuff from the past resurface to be looked at one last time and released. But this is a great time to meditate, to be alone, to reflect, and it works perfectly. So it's good to spend some time alone at the end of the month to kind of process everything that you've just gone through, because it's a totally incredible and transformative time for you. And I'm really excited for you, and I'm really excited for you to embark on this new journey, Capricorn. And congratulations for still being here after everything you've gone through. This is a new phase for you. It's going to get a lot lighter. It's going to get a lot easier, and you've earned it. You really have. So keep going. You're doing great, and I wish you the best of luck. Aquarius, on November 1st, there is a new moon in Scorpio that's happening in your 10th house of career and reputation. This new moon is making a positive aspect with Saturn, okay? That means that whatever long-term goals or plans that you make right now in regards to your career are going to prove to be highly beneficial to you and have long-lasting results. So this is the time to get serious. Utilize this new moon to set some powerful goals for yourself, to make a plan, to get structured, to get organized, to write it down. Because what you start now can be a part of your life for many years down the line and be benefiting you many years down the line, okay? So this is the time to think in the long term and to get serious and to get disciplined and to commit to these goals. So this is probably the best day of the month for you. So use it. Use the new moon. Take on new opportunities if they come to you as well. You could be presented with new opportunities in regards to your career. Don't let them pass you by. Jump on them now because they will benefit you for many years. So do it. This is a significant moment to manifest some powerful goals of yours. So please use it towards your advantage. On November 3rd, we have Mars, which has been in your 6th house of health and work, opposing Pluto, which has been in your 12th house of the subconscious. So this is a battle. This is an internal battle, but this is also your subconscious and spiritual self facing off with your physical health and vitality. And you need to look at the deep parts of yourself and make sure that it's all in line, because if it's not, it's going to affect your health. And there could be physical limitations that come up to show you that there's stuff that's buried within you that needs to be released right now that will actually improve your health. But with Pluto being at that final degree of your 12th house, you're solidifying a lot of spiritual revelations and spiritual growth that you've had over the past 15 years. And you're emerging as not necessarily enlightened, but you've transformed a lot, and your spiritual beliefs have become a lot deeper, and you're really solidifying spiritual practices that are going to benefit you for many years to come. You're like a spiritual warrior, like emerging from all these deep inner tribulations that you've had that other people might have not even known you were going through. But you went through a lot, like deep within your subconscious mind. And there's like this moment where, and something physical could actually reveal like something hidden in your subconscious. So look at it. Don't avoid. This is not the time to numb yourself, to run away from your problems, to run away from like this buried stuff that comes up to the surface right now. Pay attention to your health. Don't do anything too strenuous. Be kind to your body. Take it easy. Meditate. Spend some time alone if you need to. Reflect. Write it down, and try not to get too agitated or triggered by other people at this time. This is time for you. This is the time to confront your own challenges with stress and health-related issues, okay? And confront hidden problems that you didn't know were affecting your health, okay? So this is time to get it all aligned, body, mind, and spirit, because you're about to embark on a whole nother journey as Pluto moves into your sign, which is, you know, it's been a piece of cake, but now that Pluto's entering your sign on the 19th, you're literally starting this whole new transformation journey. You could gain so much power over the next 20 years. You're becoming a completely different person. You're going to be presenting yourself to the world in a whole different light. New vibe, new energy, new you, new look, magnetism, power, transformation. But that transformation can come through some crises and some intense stuff that happens to you in your life. Transformational stuff. You'll never be the same, Aquarius. So what you're going through now is a piece of cake compared to what's coming, but it's what you need. It's what your soul wanted to experience in this lifetime, because not everybody gets a Pluto transit, okay? You're getting it. Your soul wanted this Pluto transit. Your soul wanted to have a lot of power and strength and to transform in a very profound way in this lifetime, okay? So brace yourself. This is big energy for you. Mars is going into Leo after it opposes Pluto. I'm jumping around a little bit, but Mars is going to Leo on the 3rd. So that's going to be your 7th house of partnerships. So you could either have conflicts with a partner during this time. So try to be compassionate, try to be gentle with your partner. But this can also bring some more passion into your partnership, or you can meet someone that's very passionate or headstrong or combative. But yeah, just go easy on your partner during this time, or other people, because you might just be bumping heads, with Mars in the 7th. And there's something about that transit that's going to have to be revisited in December, because Mars will also retrograde in December in your 7th house. So there's going to be something that needs to be relooked at. And it could be someone from your past that comes up to like agitate you, but to teach you something. But try to be kind in partnerships and understanding, because this could bring up some conflict. On the 15th, Saturn will go direct in Pisces. That is your 2nd house. So if you've been feeling blocked financially, you can finally, experience some relief in that area of your life and move forward with some money-making ventures where you felt like completely blocked or limited or restricted in making money. That could resolve itself. I mean, you're still going to have to put in a lot of hard work and effort into making money, but at least you can start progressing now because you've been blocked for a while. Then on that same day, there's going to be a full moon in your 4th house of home and family. This is in Taurus on the 15th. And this could be something unexpected in the home, an unexpected revelation with the family member, an unexpected change in regards to your living situation, totally out of the blue. Like, okay, I'm moving, I have to move, or I have to go here, or somebody moves out of your house, or some sort of family dynamics changes or shifts, because the full moon is conjunct Uranus, the planet of unpredictability. So there could be a sudden alteration in your home environment or living environment. So just, be open to change. And it could throw you for a loop, but you might be the one who's all of a sudden like, I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving, I'm moving, and suddenly decide to move, because you're going to feel this need to just like break free from something. So pay attention to that. Or it could just be something hidden deep within you that comes up to the surface unexpectedly that you have to deal with. So be kind, be patient with yourself. Try to breathe through it before you do anything too impulsive during this full moon, because this full moon's a little crazy. And then, so the 19th is the day that Pluto enters your sign, Aquarius. So throw a little party for yourself, celebrate the transformation that you're embarking on, because this is going to be a long transit, 20 years. The power is going to be yours, but the power might not come to you all of a sudden. And it depends on if you have degrees in the early degrees of Aquarius, because it's going to take Pluto a long time to hit all the degrees, and it goes very, very slow. So if you have early degree placements in Aquarius, it's especially going to affect you. But the transformation that you're embarking upon might require crisis or some intense situations that really shows you your power. Like, your power is going to be earned through this transit. It's not just going to come to you all at once. Like, oh, I'm powerful all of a sudden. Like, you're going to have to earn the power. But it's going to be worth it, okay? Because you're going to be a completely different person. So I'm very excited for you for that. Like, this is major. And then on the 25th, Mercury will go retrograde in Sagittarius. So that's your 11th house of friendship. So you might be reconsidering who your friends are, or people from your past could come up and revisit you, and you could get involved in a social cause that you were involved in the past, or get involved with people from your past that kind of come in to kind of teach you something. So it's like a slower time in regards to friendship. You might not meet a lot of new people. You might just be engaging with people from your past. But overall, life-changing month for you, Aquarius. I'm really excited for this new phase in your transformation journey. I'm excited to see who you become, and I wish you the best of luck. Pisces, on November 1st, there is a new moon in your 9th house of higher education, of travel, of your beliefs. So you could be setting out towards a new educational pursuit at this time, wanting to learn something new, expand your beliefs about the world, and whatever you choose to do at this time can have some long-term positive and beneficial results for you, because this new moon is trine Saturn. So set some goals for yourself in regards to education, in regards to travel. You may want to plan some exciting travel at this time. Some exciting philosophical explorations at this time. Anything that leads to long-term growth, personal growth and expansion and stability as well. So utilize that day, because this month is going to be intense. On the 3rd, Mars is opposing Pluto, and Mars has been in Cancer, which is your 5th house of creativity and romance. So it could have stirred some things up on the romantic front for you. You could have been feeling very passionate in regards to your creativity or romance. But there's going to be some power struggles that are had because Pluto is at that final degree of Capricorn, and that has to do with the people in your life and your friendships. So this is also a time when friendships could be ending or new people are coming into your life, and that's shifting. But there's kind of a power struggle between either your personal goals and self-expression and like doing away with people that are standing in the way of you expressing what you need to express and putting yourself first, or it could be like your people, your social circle, and then maybe somebody that you're romantically involved with. There could be a confrontation or a clash, or maybe like a person that you're involved with is not necessarily accepted by people in your life. So you have to think about how to find the balance between the two and what's more important to you. And you can experience some very transformative events during this time in regards to your romantic life or your creative projects. But you have to think about what you're working on in your personal life, if it's aligned with your social circle, and if the people in your social circle support your creative endeavors and they support who you're dating and who you want to be with. So there's kind of like a battle between these two areas of your life, and it can be very frustrating, and you're trying to figure out who's meant to be in my life, who's not. When do I commit, or when do I sacrifice my own desires and needs for other people, and finding the balance, like learning to put yourself first at certain times when people are tugging and pulling at you or want something from you, and finding the balance between your own needs, your personal needs, and the needs of your social circle. So there's going to be a conflict between those two things, which could be very stressful, but you'll make the right choice and you'll figure out what works best for you and who needs to be in your life and who doesn't need to be in your life anymore at this time. Who's supportive of your goals and your creative aspirations and who's not. And maybe you're breaking up with someone because your friends are telling you that this person's not good for you, but you will make the right choice. And don't be afraid if you're feeling very agitated at this time, because it's all of this agitation and stress is supposed to reveal something deeper, and it's supposed to help you make the necessary change at this time. Then Mars will move out of your 5th house and move into your 6th house of health and daily routines. So you could be improving upon your daily routines and your health, and this could be a time of increased motivation at the gym, working out. You'll get more done. Mars will also go retrograde on those same degrees in December. So your energy levels could be slowing down in December. So utilize the energy that you have now to get stuff done, to get organized, to get practical, and to focus on your health, to exercise, and work hard before it goes retrograde. Saturn will go direct in your 1st house, and that is a huge relief. Okay, Saturn's been in Pisces and it's been in retrograde, and that has made you feel blocked. That has made you feel this heaviness, this restriction, like you can't move forward. With Pisces, with Saturn going direct in your 1st house, it's like a breath of relief, of fresh air. You're just finally can start progressing and moving forward towards learning new lessons instead of having to continually repeat old lessons. So that's been very challenging. You are going to start moving forward, and the delays and challenges will be less heavy and restrictive at this time. Less delays, less challenges, more progression, more forward movement for you. Then there's a full moon in Taurus, and that's happening in your 3rd house of communication and short trips. So that's also on the 15th, and this could be just an unexpected short trip that you take at this time, an unexpected new learning project that you take on, an unexpected epiphany. Your mind could be blown by something, or downloads can come to you from the universe because this full moon is conjunct Uranus. And so you're expanding your mind unexpectedly in a very inspirational way. And this also has to do with like your neighbors and your siblings. So your siblings could surprise you at this time. Your neighbors could surprise you. It's a big surprise, but it's also like a shift, an unexpected shift in your mindset. On November 19th, Pluto will begin its long-term transit in Aquarius, which is your 12th house of the subconscious. So you're going deep. You are doing some major healing over the next 20 years. You're looking at your subconscious patterns, what's been blocking you, hidden aspects of your psyche are coming to the surface. You're becoming even more spiritual than you already are. You could be developing transformational spiritual practices that completely shift who you are. You're getting to know yourself on such a deep level. You're getting to know energy at a deep level. You're becoming even more connected with outside subtle energies and becoming even more psychic at this time. And your intuitive abilities are going to increase tenfold and become so crazy. So meditate, journal, trust these impulses that you're getting, because you're going to become even more connected with energy, and it's going to transform who you are over the next 20 years. And you're going to heal so much. You're going to become a spiritual master during this time. You're going to go so deep, and you could really activate some massive spiritual gifts that were inside of you that were lying dormant. This is the time. And then at the end of the month, Mercury will go retrograde in Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius rules your 10th house of career. So you may be slowing down on that front or revisiting past career opportunities that you may have missed or overlooked. You're looking at them again and you're reconsidering them during that time. Missed opportunities. You're reviewing old skills that you've learned that could help you in your career. People from your past can come back into your life to help you in your career. But don't try to start anything new in regards to your career towards the end of the month, because it's not the time for it. It's the time to revisit things that were already initiated and to revise and to review them and to reincorporate things that you may have left behind in regards to your career. So it's a powerful month for you. I'm excited for Saturn to go direct finally, because you'll have a huge sense of relief. You're embarking on a new spiritual journey. You're going to completely transform, and things are going to feel lighter for you. But before Pluto goes into Aquarius, it's going to be leaving that 11th house, like I talked about. So there's going to be some shifts with your friendship circle, and you're going to be realizing a lot about who needs to be in your life and who doesn't, who supports you and who doesn't, and who you need to cut out. So that whole dynamic is going to change, but it's going to be a very powerful month for you, Pisces, and I wish you the best of luck. And that concludes your forecast for November 2024. I hope that resonated with you. Feel free to leave any comments or feedback down below. I always love to hear from you guys. And remember, we're all in this together. This is a very powerful and transformative month, and we can see a lot of chaos ensue. But we don't have to take that chaos on to ourselves, okay? We can observe the chaos from a neutral standpoint and continue to work on ourselves and to love ourselves and to heal ourselves, and focus on being better every single day and focus on loving ourselves more and more every single day, and we're gonna be okay. And if you feel like things are getting too intense or too heavy, just take all the time you need to breathe, to meditate, to put your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health first. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.